everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Wilson's Seahawks.
All right, Larry, somewhat surprisingly, the rain has held off. Just overcast skies so far as you get a look inside CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw again. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sims. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Ryan on second down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now it's Ryan. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. So possession one ended in 6. Possession two likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now Wilson on second down. And that is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. From the gun, it's Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And tough starting field position here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Now Ryan back into his end zone. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Ryan. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On 2nd down, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Wilson on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Brown. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Here we go now. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50. Over.
On 3rd down, Jensen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Calling a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st. Operating from the gun, Jensen. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Coleman. They find some open field here. And, he spins past him and into space. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 17 yards. It's a 1st down. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Frank Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Play action. It's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jensen. And the pressure gets to him again. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down, here's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it'll bring up third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Wilson now to throw on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
To throw is Ryan. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Mike Bennett able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Michael Bennett in there to drop him 2 plays in a row, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.